He had one of the biggest crypto scams of all time. They made a whole documentary about this guy on Netflix. How much do you think you made in total?
$500 million in assets.
Bruh. 500 million? You guys actually hired like Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled to do promotions for you.
Yeah. DJ Khaled got paid in full, but with Floyd, not the brightest. Like he was like trying to get $1 million from us. We ended up paying him like 250 cash and like 750,000 in Centric coin, which was amazing, you know, because you print it.
And they got fined, right?
Yeah.
So did like Mayweather and Khaled get mad at you?
They just want to be removed from the situation. But it's not like I've been like hanging out with Mayweather and he's like, go yourself type, you know?
Right. All right, you start a coin, you get DJ Khaled to shout it out. What makes it illegal?
We lied to investors. That's why we were in trouble. Our idea was that we were going to create a debit card where you'd be able to spend your cryptocurrency in real time, right?
Why couldn't it work? Like it just, the technology wasn't there. Like
what's not in the documentary is by the end of the company, we had it working. As soon as we figured it out, we got arrested. But we got arrested for the shit that we did in the beginning to raise the money.
Right.
You're like basically the Elizabeth Holmes of the cryptocurrency community.
I keep getting this comparison. I don't even know who the home is it.
There are a lot of people that are outraged over you being able to avoid jail time.
Facts.
But your other two partners in crime were not so lucky. One of them served 1 year and one is still serving 8 years. Do you feel bad about their fate?
Not at all. Like the other kid at 8 years I went to high school with, and like me and him never got along. Like even in high school, like I robbed him in a dice game back in the day. Like he was just like this like punk ass like fucking little nerd kid.
So you don't feel bad about ratting him out?
Nah, because he stole from me.
Okay, 6ix9ine.
Stupid.
Yeah, but it's the same type of shit as 6ix9ine, right? Like if you would my girl, I would have snitched on you too.
Wait, he your girl?
He stole like a few 100,000 from me.
Oh
shit! He deserved it.
Yeah, it's even worse. Like I'd rather him my girl than steal a few 100,000 from me.
How the hell are you not in prison right now?
Man, judge couldn't put me away.
I think he has some good lawyers too. We got to get into that.
He's too pretty for prison.
Shout out Joe Bondi, man, best lawyer in the game.
Turn up. And we also have some beautiful, beautiful models in the building. Yo, ladies, let me hear you say hey.
Hey.
Ooh, yes. How you like the lineup?
Everybody's looking great.
And that's one thing I like about Miami. It's a melting pot. We got a little bit of everything in here. We got Italians. We got black, white, Indian,
Cubans,
Latina,
Chinese, Indonesian.
Look, we got every race in here, man. Like, round of applause for yourself. Look at these girls. Look at these ladies.
I'm Chinese.
Hold on. I don't usually do this, but can all the ladies stand up real quick? Give them some music. I want everyone to stand up.
I feel like you need the Cuban
Look at this.
representation in Miami.
Wow. Ray said he liked that. Y'all can sit down. Hey, but before we get into it, I got to ask y'all, where we at?
We in Miami.
We in Miami. So, Ray.
What's good, man?
How does it feel to be a free man?
Feels great.
Have you done any time?
I did like a week for this case.
You did a week?
But like I've done a few weeks over my life for different cases.
Okay, so a few weeks.
Yeah.
Damn.
Broward County main jail is kind of wild though.
Oh, what, when you spent some time in Broward?
I was in there for like a week, but it was like 25 Kodak Blacks.
25 of them?
Oh shit! Me and 25 Kodak Blacks.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I think of like a contact bar.
They all had wicks.
What's a wig?
What's a wig?
The hairstyle, the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know dreadlocks.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like the islands, you know.
Deadass,
but-
in my dormitory, 5 of them had sniper gang tattoos on their face.
Wow, I'm so. I thought I was
That's how much
aware
Kodak-
of politics, but I have no idea what's going on right now.
I'm from
Do you know
Broward,
who Kodak Black
so
is?
I definitely know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but when you said 5 Kodak Blacks and then Sniper Gang, I'm like, what?
So Sniper Gang is his clue. And matter of fact, speaking of Kodak Black, you actually sold Kodak Black a home.
Yes.
She's a real estate agent. That's dope.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to
I
Kodak.
love Kodak.
Plaza.
Nice. Oh, Plaza. Nice.
Plaza.
Okay, so it was crazy. Like, what happened? Did you get into any fights or people
Nah.
try you?
I was in like it was like the drug ward, so it wasn't that bad. It was just like we was all wearing like these fucking crazy ass outfits in there. Like they put you in there when you're coming off drugs. So like everybody in there was coming off drugs or like on suicide watch. It was some wild shit.
So were you on drugs
Yeah,
at the time?
The whole time I was committing crimes, I was on drugs. A lot of drugs.
You were on heroin, right?
Nah, I was on heroin when I was young, like 19, 20 type shit.
Right. So what were you on when you went to jail?
A lot of Xanax.
Yo, those Zans ain't no joke. Who was that? I saw NBA YoungBoy. Y'all saw the picture of him with all the Zans in his mouth. And
Oh
he,
my god.
I had him on his tongue.
Yeah, but
That's
my,
fucking awful.
just recently, my girlfriend from Oklahoma, she is a star, but she's, I'm not in that industry. But Jessie Jane, I was just with her and I talked to her 2 days before.
Oh yeah, she
and,
passed
but
away.
when you try
R.I.P. to
talk
Jessie
her about
James.
it,
Yeah.
Aw.
She gets upset, and I was like, "Do you want to meditate?" She's like, "That," and I was like, "Yeah." And it's really sad because you could see it.
Right. So
Like
are you
sure.
clean now?
Yeah, I've been off drugs for 6 years now.
Okay. So, all right. So, for the people that don't know, why don't you tell them a little bit about how you got started?
So when I first moved down to Miami, I came down here to open up a business with my boy, but it was a car rental business, like exotic car rentals, right? Which is like the best business in Miami, in my opinion, because everybody comes down here to just blow all their money. And we just bought a bunch of exotic cars, started renting them cars out. But the issue was just like the lifestyle of Miami of just women and just going out and shit was just so much that it just like required so much money, right? So like I was probably making like after like the first 6 months we were making great money, but we were just spending more than that. Just because I moved down here when I was 24. And
So, how much were you making at first?
that business was making like $60,000 a month.
Okay, the car rental.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But you were blowing that every month.
easy.
Right.
You know how it is. Like you go
I know
out-
how it is, man. Like, it's easy to spend. People don't understand how easy it is to spend money.
Yeah,
Like, it burns, it goes so quick. It's crazy.
facts. Yeah.
So, and that was a lot to on your drug habit, or were you clean at the time?
Nah, I always did drugs
On Xanax?
up until this last case finished. But yeah, I was always on drugs.
Right. So, all right. So you started with the car rental business, and then how did you get into the crypto scam?
Yeah, like so then like I had two partners in the car rental business, and one of them was also fucking up. So I just basically like he got moved out, and then the other kid Sorby, Indian kid, and he basically was like getting into crypto, like trying to invest, and then he lost all his money. And
this was at the time when crypto was like on the rise, like when it was new, or
it was like people was just starting to really talk about it,
okay,
right? And then he basically lost all his money, and through losing all his money, he started like researching all these different shit on like Reddit and all these nerdy little channels, right? And he found out about like ICOs, and it was just like all these people all over the world that were making crazy fucking money,
right?
just fucking doing nothing. Like they didn't really even have any real game plan, right? Like it was like you just see this kid like making 50 million. We're like,
Yeah, like kids making crazy money.
yeah. Like
How much do you think you made in total with Centra?
at one point we had like $500 million in assets,
What? 500 million?
and this is like in less than a year. We went from
That's
0
insane.
to 500 million less than a year.
Wow.
As a 24-year-old in Miami.
Wow.
Damn.
I need to get on
maybe
you.
25.
So what was that like? All right, so a 24-year-old in Miami with $500 million in assets. What were you doing? Like, what's your lifestyle?
I
Like,
need to get on
what
that.
are we doing? How much were you blowing like at the club, and like were you going crazy and shit?
Basically every single night I was probably spending at least like 20 bands a night, maybe 30 bands a night, but then I was also gambling like 250 a night. Like I mean, obviously you win some nights, but I was just fucking wilding in Hard Rock.
So you were spending $250,000 per night.
Jesus.
I was
Damn.
I was walking around with like $250,000 every
Right.
day, and then like just gambling that shit. But then like my morning routine, I would wake up, I drink a Bloody Mary, take like 5 Xannies, go to the mall,
God damn.
go to the mall, fucking buy some fly shit, some shoes, whatever, some outfits, and then go from there, go back to the casino, gamble, go out, on a date, whatever the fuck it was going on,
Right.
then go to strip club or go out to the club that night. But basically every single day I was just wilding out,
Did you sleep with a lot of girls?
for sure.
Like how
Oh.
many?
You trying to ask body count numbers?
Yeah, if you had to like guess, like
Uh,
during like your run, like how
at least a few hundred.
200.
Oh,
At least.
It's not that bad. I mean, for like someone partying every day,
250 cash.
because it's 365 days in a year. So if you got a different girl every day, that's 365 girls in a year.
Like, would you count like on a night where you had 25 hookers at your hotel? Would you count that?
And you were like hitting all of them at the same time.
Maybe I don't know if you hit all of them, but would you?
Yeah, that counts. So if you had 25, that adds to the
That you
200.
just add them all up.
Quick
So, yeah.
question.
225.
Quick question. Did you think to invest in any property, any real estate with the money? Did you do any of that kind of
Nah, I was a
investing?
25-year-old degenerate.
Right.
But let's say you had invested and bought a bunch of properties, like the government would have took those, right?
Facts. They would have took everything.
Yeah, they would have ceased everything. But all right, so Central Tech, you raised over $500 million, or what do you mean by
So
assets?
how it works is you raise the money in another cryptocurrency, Ethereum, which is like a popular one, right? So that one doesn't lose its value, but you basically essentially print money, right? Like it's the craziest fucking shit.
What do you mean print money?
You create a coin, and then you create like how much you want to create of that coin, which is we would create 100 million of Central Tech, and then you basically pick your price. So you're like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna print my money, right? We made 100 million of Central Tech. Well, CTR was the coin, whatever, right? Then you say how much you're gonna sell it for, which was $1 a coin. Then you basically pitch it to the market. You go in all the different chat rooms, all the like the nerdy shit that goes on, and you like do PR releases. And every dollar you raise, like one thing that we were very good at is every dollar we raised, we'd reinvest it into marketing at first. Going hard with marketing, like every single, like everything from fucking, there's like all these different crypto press releases that go out that people, they don't realize that you can literally say like, I got a 15-inch cock, and they would just release it if you paid them. It
Right.
doesn't matter what
They
you
don't
put
care.
on there. They don't care.
And speaking of like marketing, you guys actually hired like Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled to do like promotions for you.
Yeah, that was down the line.
I remember,
like,
and it's funny, I remember seeing that back in the day. I remember seeing Mayweather back in the day, like promoting this. That's crazy. We got to get into that, but go ahead.
yeah.
this is like FTX. Crazy.
Nah, like he had one of the biggest crypto scams of all time. I mean, I'm like, they made a whole documentary about this guy on Netflix. Like it's crazy. But all right, so continue. Tell us to keep telling us how we did this.
Yeah, so like at the beginning, we're working. People think like just because you're scamming, you're just like not working. But we were working probably
The hardest.
the hardest. Fucking 15 hours a day, all day, 20 hours a day. Some days fucking just wilding in all these different chat rooms, just trying to pump our shit. But like at first we were like,
and I mean, it was that you created this to be a scam, right? This was initially like to defraud people. Like it was like a grandmaster, like, all right, let's get this check, right?
I don't know about that, right? Like it's not like you're like creating it to be a scam. You're like, all right, what is this industry? And then you come up with an idea. Like our idea was that we are going to create a debit card where you'd be able to spend your cryptocurrency in real time, right?
Right.
That's the biggest issue, right? Like everybody's like cryptocurrency. What is this bullshit ass money? But if you can spend that shit at the store, then it's real,
Right.
right? So like instead of just being some fucking numbers on a screen, if you're able to spend it at a store, then it's real. So that was our idea. So
why couldn't it work? Like it just the technology wasn't there. Like
what's not in the documentary is by the end of the company, we had it working.
really?
We got arrested like right as soon as we figured it out. We got arrested, but we got arrested for the shit that we did in the beginning to raise the money.
Right.
So it's you're arrested for how you raise the money. You're not arrested for like what the business was after the fact.
Right.
Like that shit, they intentionally did that in the documentary. They just wanted to make it look like scam type shit. But we built real technology. Like after we raised a few million,
Because you had a bunch of employees, like real like guys working in there.
bro, this fucking one kid from Miami, little Brazilian kid, Jari. Shout out to Jari. This kid, he was like the bread and butter for fucking developers. But that kid was the real reason we were able to develop what we developed. But we ended up raising ended up being like a few $100 million by the time the shit was all over with. But we ended up building real technology, you know?
Right.
And if we didn't get shut down, and at the end we would end up being like, right now the company that was our main competitor owned Staples Center, Crypto.com Arena.
Right.
The same shit. They were our competitor. They just did that shit overseas. They made the same lies, and then they rebranded and came to America, and now they own Staples Center.
Damn, that's crazy. Speaking of overseas, you had them Asians cutting big checks over there.
Yeah, those
How much did the Asians give you?
They give us 15 million.
15 million?
Damn.
Yeah.
They just like wired it
Really?
over. My man was getting that bag out here in Miami. They were just wiring them 15 million. Like,
I feel like the thing about scammers,
And they were scamming him at the
I was
same
gonna say-
time. Like they were like, it's not going through, and they thought he was gonna die.
and then my man would have the Harvard. I love the documentary. My man was like riding around with the Harvard sweater on. You had the LinkedIn with like the Ivy League. Everyone in the company had the Ivy League backgrounds and stuff. Like you had.
scammers work hard, not smart. Well, they work smart, not hard.
It's really
Right.
crazy. It's really crazy because you're like basically the Elizabeth Holmes of the cryptocurrency community.
I keep getting this comparison. I don't even know who the fuck Elizabeth Home is. It?
Where she created a blood tracking device basically, and she said that it can do all this functions and basically cure all these diseases, and she raised over millions of dollars. I want to say like $500 million in her fake pharma lab company, which she created in that was supposed to be a competitor to all these pharmaceutical brands. And she ended up scamming people of like $500 million. And
Man, it's people out here
She's in
getting
prison
money
right
off
now.
this shit.
she's in prison right now with a Real Housewife.
This is
so,
crazy.
period. Like she got what she.
But I'm just curious
It's a whole
though. Did
nother show.
anyone? So all right. So at the end, you found out the technology right when you got arrested. Is it out like the technology itself? Does anyone have a card out that can do what you wanted it to do?
Yeah, a couple companies do actually.
So
Like,
now you can just swipe a card now.
Yeah, you can swipe a card. They like I don't know why I feel like it's not mass. Like I don't know. I feel like everybody's not using it in the crypto space. I don't know really why. I don't know if they're charging too much fees. Once I got locked up, I kind of just like stopped caring as much to like pay attention to what they were doing. But
And now you're not allowed to touch any of that shit anymore.
No, I can touch it. I just
Okay.
can't create a new one.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
But you can invest in other ones?
Yeah, I can
They
invest.
still let you because like.
I'm
Isn't it
surprised
back
they
with the
still let you
Matthew
do anything.
McConaughey, like movie, like what that he wasn't allowed to touch.
Wolf
Right.
of Wall-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't allowed to.
To touch it, yeah.
Talking about
after-
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, but the movie Wolf of Wall Street, where
Yeah.
he once that's what the government did. Like he's not allowed to
Yeah.
do the stock or anything.
He's
like
allowed
that.
to do anything besides create a new one.
So, but
Well,
what?
actually, back then he wasn't allowed to. That was his.
Nah, it's the same fucking rule, and it's literally like you're once you get banned by the SEC, it's the same exact shit. He's just not allowed to go public with a company. So like he can't create a company and go public, or he can. That's essentially it. Like he
Or
just,
do quaaludes and like drive over the
he
country
can do as
club.
many quaaludes as he wants. He's a free man now these days.
So you didn't have like much ethical hesitation about what you were doing because you thought you could make it real before you got caught, right? And they'd be able to pay people back.
Yeah, like what was your plan? Did you know, like, all right, look, I'm gonna just cash this out one day and move to Mexico, or you were like, yo, I'm gonna actually like make this shit work?
So what happened was with the car rental business, right? All the loans that I had gotten to open up the car rental business was all through my family.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was my first business. I got a bunch of loans through my family, and that shit was just going left. Like all of us three were just blowing money, fucking living in Miami, wilding out.
Right.
And like once we just moved into the crypto space, because that shit was just going left. Like even though we were making decent profit, we just couldn't sustain it. Like as far as ethics just went out the window. For me, it was all about just paying back those
Like,
debts
look,
that
I just
had.
got to get this money.
Yeah,
however.
like for me, still to this day, like I would say, like I would put paying back that debt before I'd put whatever I was doing.
Would you do
That's
it
how
again?
it is. Yeah.
Would I do it again? Like off drugs and with no debt? No.
Yeah.
But like it's tough to say. Like
Like, do you regret the crypto scam that you did?
it's tough, right? Because I never went to jail, and then I also learned so much through these times, right?
Yeah.
And then for me, like I was on a path to death, 100%,
Right.
right? Like I would 100%, like I've been doing drugs since I was 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow,
I was
same.
100% gonna die, and if I never got locked up for this shit, I would never got sober. And now I've been off drugs for 6 years, so like
I think that's
it's tough to like fucking say like I regret it because of that fact, right? Like as a self-serving purpose, it got me sober, and I learned like how to run a business. Like I ran a business with hundreds of people in it, employees, everything like that. So like I feel like I learned so much, got sober. So as far as that aspect of it, I don't regret it, but of course I regret like people lost money. You know, that's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Do you have like some version of survivor's guilt because you got off the hook for like turning in your partners, right? And they're in jail right now.
Okay, 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the same type of shit at 6'9", right? Like I even said in another podcast, like if you would have my girl, I would have snitched on you too.
Wait, he fucked your girl?
He stole like a few $100,000 from me.
Oh,
He deserved it.
Yeah, it's even worse. Like I'd rather him f my girl than steal a few $100,000 from me. So,
So I mean, because I remember watching a documentary, and you were like, "Yo, like." At one point in the documentary, you were like, "Yo, like I really wish that I could like feel for people, man. I'd be trying to like to have a conscious."
my whole point in that, like when I was speaking on that in the documentary, was every single person that invested was literally like their names in the chat room were Fishy Boy 66, and they were an emoji, and they would give me 100 bands, right? So like, it's hard to feel the same as you would if you gave me 100 bands after I just met you.
Right.
So like, I wasn't trying to make the point of like I don't feel bad for the people that lost money.
It was hard to
just-
humanize them.
You don't have a face to the name, so it's kind of like, you know.
Exactly. That's the whole thing, right? It's super hard when you never met the person. And I like after I got sober, I've been trying to like find a place where like I just humanize everybody in the world without knowing who they are as a person or never hearing their voice. Like even hearing their voice helps you humanize them, right? Like
So it's like
simple
you
shit.
were looking at it like these were just a name in a chat room. Like I don't know, these are just marked. Like these are just all right.
Numbers, basically.
Send me the
Yeah.
bag. Like all
Yeah.
right, boom.
It's so much easier, especially like on drugs. It was just like, this motherfucker wants to send me bread, send it. I don't give a fuck. I never heard of them. And then like if they would start complaining, I could just ban that shit.
Right.
It was too easy.
You would probably do it again, you said, because it got you sober and you learned a lot of like business acumen from it. But also your reputation is kind of like 6 feet under now. So wouldn't you like pay to have that back?
No.
No.
I feel like my reputation is completely fine. I literally have people hitting me up to invest in and open up business with me. So like I feel like my
Wait, so people still trying to give you money to invest?
literally
Hang out.
Damn.
I gotta hang out with you.
nah, I literally feel like I get more people trying to invest in what I want to do in life than ever.
Wait, I have a quick
That's
question.
crazy.
So does that mean you can open up businesses, or are you not allowed to open up businesses under your name or take out any loans or
Could
anything?
do anything besides open up like a public company, which is going on the stock market, which I probably wouldn't do anyways.
So just probation.
Yeah.
So you're good. Okay. So okay. All right.
I just can't do drugs and do any crime.
Right. And you know, there are a lot of people that are outraged over you being able to avoid jail time
Facts.
for the scam by cooperating with the government's investigation. How did you feel when you heard the judge say you were being sentenced time served and no jail time?
Obviously, I was happy. Like, it's not a question.
Were you at all scared?
I was facing like 150 years or something.
I know you
So
was
were you
scared.
scared? I'm like, so were you
Right.
scared?
But honestly, like every single person I would talk to, I would always tell them I was getting no jail time. Like I just feel like
You just knew.
I just knew, but I wasn't scared of getting like a very small jail amount of jail time. Is what it is, right? Like I was like, all right, fuck it. If they give me a year, 2 years, it is what it is. I'll just go.
So
do it.
you were facing 100 years, you got no years. How much did that cost? Like how much did you have to pay your lawyer?
Literally.
I paid my lawyer a few $100,000.
Oh.
That's it? Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
You
like
should plug your
I
lawyer.
need
for
your
a case of that
attorney.
level.
Yeah,
Can I
you
say?
I'm
just
like, he had to like
one
just
thing?
pay everybody, like here 10 million, like pay off the judge, just pay off everybody, pay the whole
So when
court
I
building,
saw-
like
Think
tell
so.
them we'll,
A lot of people think that.
you know
A
what I'm
lot of people think
saying?
that. But like a few $100,000 for lawyers is actually
So
a lot.
But your other two partners in crime were not so lucky. One of them served 1 year and one is still serving 8 years. Do you feel bad about their fate?
Not at all. Like the one kid that did 1 year, I don't think he should have done any time. He didn't really make any money, and he was just kind of like not the brightest. Like he didn't. He was basically the other kid that's doing 8 years, his fiance's brother, and he just got brought into the business. And the issue was that he like defended the other kid, so that's why he ended up getting a year. But the other kid at 8 years, I went to high school with, and like me and him never got along. And then he, like even in high school, like I robbed him in a dice game back in the day. Like he was just like this like punk ass like fucking little nerd kid.
So y'all were never cool like
It
that.
was never cool. Then like in the car business, I had a kid that was like my good friend, and then he was also friends with him. and he was like, "Yo, bring him in because he's good at getting deals with the banks and shit like that." And I was like, "All right, fuck it, bring him in." And he brought him in. He was good at like getting us the cars and finessing the banks and shit. But he was like the one that taught me like how to do like all sorts of document fraud and all that type of shit. He was just a smart little Indian motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, period.
And that's really like he was an animal, but he was doing scams like since we were all in high school. So like,
Right. So you don't feel bad about ratting him out?
nah, because he stole from me.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. he
So
sold
like
me,
I
yeah.
funded the business and then he stole from me, and like that he knew all the bread that I had to pay back was in my family's name. So like he didn't care about my well-being. So like I honestly I don't wish anybody to be in jail, right? Like I feel bad that he had to do 8 years.
And I saw in the documentary you were saying that he has some of the money hidden that you guys made or something like that, allegedly.
So like we basically, when they seized the bread, they seized 100,000 Ethereum, which right now today is like 250 million. We raised double that shit, you know. So like back in the day, it was
So you're saying it's $250 million missing right now?
yeah. But
Damn, can we get a cha-ching on that?
I know.
I mean, it all depends like when they sold it, obviously, right?
Right.
But today that's 250 million more. Yeah.
Right.
It's just like
Because I
Up
think
in the
that's
air.
the question everybody wants to know is where the hell is the money?
And the cloud.
are you ever worried that like your partners are gonna put a hit out on for you or something? Since they've had like a life of crime and you got off scot free.
so one of them.
That's what I was wondering. Like, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers are probably
Yeah,
gonna
are
be
you in, like
mad.
witness protection?
It's like
program or
Blue
something?
Streak. Y'all saw Blue Streak back in the day
I
with
love Blue Streak.
Martin Lawrence. Remember, like,
movie.
yeah,
Good
like,
movie.
I
do
love
you,
Blue Street, but
you know, where they get out of jail and they come back. Where's the money?
In like the Mexico border.
Hey, tell the truth, man. Like, how much money you got stashed, bro? Like 100 million somewhere.
I'm
Yeah.
broke, baby. But the fucking
Because you know, a lot of people speculate. I read a lot of comments and stuff. A lot of people speculate you got a lot of money hidden out there.
You're laundering.
I know a lot of people do speculate that, you know, but it is what it is.
I mean, but
They can
if you
speculate.
did, let's say you did have 100 million or any millions, you wouldn't be allowed to tell me anyway.
Exactly, I would never tell you.
We are on the podcast. Hey, he might be a snitch, but he gonna snitch on himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but seriously though, man. All right, so I know the two kids. All right, so you weren't really cool with them, but are you in communication with these kids at all?
Not at all.
Nothing. You don't like send them honey buns in prison or nothing like snacks.
I hope he gets better.
So let me ask you. All right, so let's say like the kids that did end up doing time right now. If they're watching this podcast from prison right now, what would you have to say to them?
I just hope he gets better, man. I really do.
Hey man, he hope y'all get better.
What else am I gonna hope for? You know, like it's not like I have like real love for the kid, but being in jail sucks for anybody. So
Right.
you don't wish that on like literally anybody. I don't think like 8 years is a lot of fucking time, and I just really do hope he is able to come out and do better in life.
So what do you have to say to those who say you were actually the mastermind behind the whole criminal operation and you should have received the most jail time and not Sam?
I think
What would you say to them?
I think they sound like idiots. You know, what people don't realize is that after we all got arrested, right? I went and cooperated, and the other kid that's doing 8 years, he put out press releases fighting against the FBI, saying the FBI was doing like hit jobs on him and all
What?
sorts of shit. And then he tried
The
to
8-year guy or the 1 year
yeah,
guy?
8-year guy, and then he tried
Oh,
to create a
shit.
whole new cryptocurrency while he was on house arrest. So like, there's no feeling bad for somebody that just gets that reckless and just makes that move, right? Like obviously, there's a reason I got no time, and there's a reason he got 8 years. It's pretty simple shit,
Yeah,
So
I've heard
what's
you-
your net worth now?
man.
He can't
You
say.
can't ask these type of questions.
Because I saw something somewhere that says 7 million.
I saw that too. Actually.
You saw that?
Yeah, but everybody knows like the net worth shit on the internet is all just literally fully made up. I don't know if that's like AI generated type shit or what.
Right.
I've heard you say you're not super happy with the way Netflix portrayed you. Like, what was the big thing missing if you had to portray yourself?
So in
like
the
that?
there's a couple points, right? Like in the documentary, right? In the beginning, they have some kid from my childhood that said I snitched on him. I never snitched on that kid. Kid made that story fully up. So like they opened up the shit with like some like trying to make me like I've just been ratting my whole fucking life, just get through everything, right? Not
What,
true.
like social media?
No, it's just like some kid that I grew up with that's like friends with my co-defendant now, and they were like, they tried to interview my co-defendant now, and they were like, he was just like, oh, interview this kid. So this kid just basically wrote a script, read that shit on film. So I was like, whatever. So they just tried to make me look like I was just like fucking weaving through fucking crimes, just snitching on everybody.
Right,
it's just
right.
not true, right? But so that part's out, and then like they open it up with like, I always want to be a criminal. I was talking about childhood trauma for like 2 hours, and then I was like, that's the reason I always wanted to do crime as a kid, because all this fucked up shit that happened to me as a kid, like sexual abuse, all this fucked up shit, and that's like literally the reason I became like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get the world back, and that's
But you have a
why-
lot of anger in you growing up.
yeah, exactly. So like I was molested from like 8 to 12, right?
Is
And
it
I
a
was
family member? Or?
stepbrother, yeah. Mom
Oh.
remarried, stepbrother type shit.
Shit can get wild out here, man. Like matter of fact, didn't you get death threats?
Yeah, I like you actually asked this question earlier about like
You already got death threats, right?
yeah, the one kid that got 8 years tried to put like a hit on me.
How much did
But
he
I've been
put on
getting
you?
death threats
He goes,
from
"How
like
much?"
from like random fucking people on the internet. But anybody that's gonna do a death threat on the internet is not really about it, right?
Right.
Like
So do you have to have
Walk
like
with
security?
Security?
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
nah, I don't really, like I got my brother. He's good. That's my security. Over
My
there.
man got the goons in the back. Got the goons back there.
Yeah.
I was in the back. I'm like, "What's up, man? You need anything?" They looked at me like, "Nah, we good."
My bad, dog.
Just give me your hand.
What happened?
Give me your hand. I'm sorry that you went through that though.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's real.
Yeah, we don't gotta get too deep.
Yeah,
on
we
that
gotta
type
get
of
too
shit.
deep.
But
Do you feel like Netflix left it out because they wanted to glamorize you as this like really hardened criminal and not show any vulnerabilities?
100%. That was like the
Yeah.
whole thing, right? It's because like, that's really like their whole narrative was just like, even they didn't show that other people did crimes even bad, right? It was just like Ray is the only person that fucking
So you think when they edited, they made you look worse than like everyone?
100%.
Do you think crime pays? Like in your definition, does crime pay?
I don't know. It's a tough question. I'm on probation, my man.
Yeah. If you say yeah, your PO gonna be like, "Yo, you ain't learned nothing." Add 2 more years of this
Nah,
fucking
I definitely
probation.
learned a lot, right? Like I wouldn't commit any more crimes the rest of my life. But I also got 12 felonies.
You hear that, probation officer? He's on the right path.
I got 12 felonies, so like I'm fucking good on crimes, man.
So if you can't do anything or you go to jail, like you can't do nothing bad.
Nothing. They'll bury me.
Damn. So all right, I gotta ask you though, what was it like working with like DJ Khaled and Floyd Mayweather? Like, did you meet these guys, or you just sent them a check and told them what to say, or how did it work?
DJ Khaled got paid in full, but with Floyd, not the brightest. Like he was like trying to get $1 million from us, and then we were basically just trying to pitch him to get that lesser, to be a less amount, and then we ended up paying him like $250 cash, and then like 3/4 of it we paid him in our own coin that we printed. We ended up paying him like $750,000 in Centric coin, which was amazing, because you print it.
Did he cash that out?
Nah, I never cashed it out.
Damn. He should have cashed that shit out. Or well, you couldn't even cash it out at that point, right?
Nah, you could cash it out. That shit was always liquid.
Oh, so you could cash it out.
He could have cashed it out. Yeah, he was
Damn,
just like.
I know he was mad.
That's why he put out posts like he was investing and shit. I mean, it wasn't an investment, but he was
But the government made them like pay the money back, and they got fined, right?
Yeah.
Damn, how much they get fined?
Honestly, I don't really pay attention to what other people get fined. I pay attention to what I got fined.
How much you get fined? A few million?
Yeah, a few million.
Like 2?
Yeah, like 3.
3? That's not bad, man. Like for 250 million or 500 million, 3 million ain't nothing. That's actually a good deal.
Yeah, like it's tough to like the crypto space as far as crimes. They don't know how to really do the financials on it yet. They're probably better now, but this was like the first one that they was really trying to press on. So
Mhm.
they didn't understand like the financials.
Right. So did like Mayweather and Khaled get mad at you?
I don't speak to them on the day to day, so I don't know.
But did they like contact you or like push up or anything?
Nah,
Mm.
everybody just wanted to be just.
So
like,
the Mayweather, no one's confronted you at all.
Nah, they just want to be removed from the situation. But it's not like I've been like hanging out with Mayweather and he's like, "Go fuck yourself" type shit,
Right. But I got some more questions for you that we gotta get into. But before we get into that, can we go around the room? Let's talk to the ladies. Can we introduce ourselves and let everyone know your name and what you do for a living? Let's start over here and we go around. We'll start with you.
Okay, my name is Veronica. I'm 24 and I'm an office manager at a doctor's office.
Oh, you look all innocent.
I got that, yeah.
Are you or no? She look like she just a little virgin Mary. I could be wrong though. Cause you know those little innocent girls, they be the freakiest ones.
I get that a lot.
Can I see your outfit?
Yes. You want me to stand
Give her
up?
some music. Yeah. Hey, do a little spoon. Ray said he liked that. Turn up. And now, what about you? She looking like a schoolgirl with that dress on. Skirt on.
Yeah. I'm Mecca. What was the other question?
What do you do for a living, Miss Mecca?
So I'm an artist and I work in aviation.
Private jets?
Yes.
Did you fly this guy? Wasn't you flying on private jets and stuff?
I definitely was.
You ain't never have him as a client?
Yeah, I wish I met you when it was hitting.
It might still be, man. I think this guy he's sitting on some bread. You can tell like someone's sitting on money, like when they walk in the room. He was real relaxed and like, I was like, yeah, he got some money. You know, he got some big paper. And what does your outfit look like, Miss Mecca?
My outfit is giving sexy.
Stand up, let's see it. Let's see it. You already got up once. Hey! Do a spin, hold on, do a spin. That thing coming up in the back.
The way my booty meat is set up, I cannot.
She working with something. Have you ever dated outside of your race?
Mostly Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
You ever dated chocolate sister?
Like half.
Half
chocolate.
Okay.
Muliano? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Because you know those Italian guys, a lot of them
They
be
love-
liking little,
they
you know what I
love
mean, little
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Bronx tell.
Right. Now, who we got over here? What's your
What you
glitter?
looking at? What are you looking at?
Your shirt is really sparkly.
It's a bra. It's a bustier.
Nice.
My Instagram is Body by Nyx. Hi guys. Well, I have a few, so make sure that it just Body by Nyx. NIXX is my main.
Let me see your outfit because
Well,
now,
first
guys,
let me
get
say-
ready.
Yeah.
Brace
Okay.
yourselves.
Well, oh god. Let me show you my full jacket.
Close your eyes. You married. You can't look at this. No, I'm playing. Turn up.
I'm a celebrity trainer. I have a fitness company. I also just got approved for my United States patent. Took me 6 fucking years.
That's what's up. Round
And
of
now,
applause.
and now I'm going to be opening up my own biohacking anti-aging facility here in Miami.
That's fire. Now, what about you? What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Farha Khaledi. I'm 24. I'm a content creator on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and OnlyFans.
Ooh.
Oh, turn up. So, what kind of content do you do?
You just gotta sub and find out.
Oh, okay. What's your account?
Now, I read on your page that you're a virgin. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And how old are you?
24.
And you're a virgin.
Yes. Good for you.
I don't believe you.
Good for you.
I don't believe
I
that.
don't think anybody ever believes
Find
it.
I don't-
Capper.
Wait, I have one question. I'm so confused now. I'm intrigued. How are you a virgin? Have an OnlyFans?
Right.
You don't
Is
have
it
to.
is the man or
This
is
I
it
could do this on OnlyFans.
nothing
and get
ever
tips, you know what I'm
entered?
saying?
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
I
now-
don't have sex on OnlyFans, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
so? Is it with the man's or is it with a so has nothing ever entered your
On
body?
OnlyFans or in
You
general?
can just show your
In
feet
general, 'cause
in
if you're a
bikini
virgin,
pictures.
Does that mean you know?
I don't use if that's your question.
Okay, so nothing ever entered. you.
Tampons?
I actually don't even use tampons, no.
Wait, so has anything ever entered your
Has anything ever, I mean, I've gone to the gynecologist, if, you know.
I'm sorry?
I've gone to the gynecologist.
She's still a virgin, y'all. She's still
But
a
that's
virgin.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So what about a finger or fingers?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
course,
I think we
yeah.
all
What's
do
the
that.
point? Yeah, like why are you 24 and you're a virgin?
Yeah, like what is it? Is
It's not
it
a normal thing? It's weird.
It is pretty normal.
is it for religious
It's not.
reasons? Is it for
It's not.
are you waiting until marriage? Like what is
If I
your
was
reason?
religious, I don't
So
think I'd
many
be on
questions.
OnlyFans. I think 20% of girls 18 to 24 are virgins. It's just not that
Yeah, but-
common in Miami, I guess. But
Yeah.
All around the world, I've never met a girl that's 24 that's been a virgin.
I don't believe that.
I've
Maybe
met
she hasn't told you, but
No.
or maybe because you were them, but
then they're not.
So have you ever had sex with a virgin, like took a girl's
Yeah,
virginity?
a bunch. But I just don't think there's that. Like I feel like it's especially like in the field you're in, doing what you're doing. It's just not that normal of a thing.
yeah, I guess I'm just very picky. It's hard for me to be very attracted to a guy, and I like having that emotional connection.
So what is the reason? Like why?
I just want like a really strong emotional connection with
So
someone.
you've never had.
So
a
the
strong-
guy that fingered you didn't say, okay, put it inside after. Like you were like, okay, the finger's enough. That was it for you.
Even that level of intimacy.
Like did he like pull it out and you were like, no, like what happened?
His finger?
Yeah, like when he was fingering, like did he have it
Come
out
on the
or
finger.
like?
Wait, what?
What?
I don't want to be creepy on this interview, but
It's not weird because I think to everybody else, right?
Mm.
Like, and I've seen you on other shit. Like, I think you do great, but I just feel like everybody thinks it's a gimmick. She's obviously lying if she's doing OnlyFans. She's saying she's a virgin. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody believes it.
I actually didn't disclose it for a long time because I thought it would hurt my OnlyFans because then it would keep the door open a thing. Maybe I'm getting like banged on my OnlyFans. So it's actually not a gimmick. It hurts my OnlyFans.
No, but I think everybody, no matter what you say,
Yeah.
just there, I still think like anybody you speak to that you're like, I'm doing OnlyFans, I'm doing content, and I'm 24. No one thinks you're actually a virgin. Like,
Yeah.
even if you say it right now,
Mhm.
I still probably don't believe it. Do you ever feel like people just think you're a pain in the ass?
Just my personality because I'm a virgin.
No, just like yeah, both.
Probably, yeah. Do you think I'm a pain in the ass?
Yeah, like I feel like single me, right? Like
like would
I'd be
you
like-
date her single you?
nah, I just feel like it's so gimmicky, right? Like it's just no point. You're 24, you're a grown ass woman. Fuck you doing not fucking nobody. You're like still pitching the same bullshit.
Same bullshit? What do you mean?
Why does that upset you?
Why does it upset me? It
Yeah.
doesn't upset me, honestly, but it's just like I think it's like there's just no reason to be
I
a
think she
virgin.
dated
Some
somebody
late
for 4
bloomers
years.
Are you
also.
asexual?
There are really some late bloomers. Like imagine
I
that
find
she's
the
living
idea of
in
like
her
waiting and
parents'
being
house.
really into someone super hot. Like, don't you feel like you'd enjoy with your partner so much more if you had no bodies?
No,
You don't think so?
not at all.
Could you like swear like
if she
on
does?
your life and your
But she
family's life
doesn't.
that you're a virgin?
You never know.
Would I swear
Well,
on my
I think it's
family's life?
painful.
Yeah.
Like can you like do it for us? Can you like swear on something
I swear on my family's life. What am
that you're a virgin?
Yeah.
You swear on your mom's life?
I swear on my mom's life. And also, like, the best
All right.
marital happiness is between virgins, right? So it's like,
Nope.
it is statistically, yes.
Can I ask you one more question? Like, have you ever had it like from the back?
All right, now what about you?
My name is Kayla Maman. I'm Israeli Jamaican.
You Israeli?
Born
That's
and
a
raised
fire
in
mix.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
My dad's from Israel. My mom's from Jamaica.
Okay.
So mixed with the black and white. I'm from Miami. I'm a real estate agent for 3.5 years now. It's going great. Everything's good. And I just want to put it out there that slowly but surely we have some owners accepting Bitcoin. That's what
Oh, period.
Really?
put it out there. Slowly but surely.
So you can buy a crib with Bitcoin.
Slowly.
Now it's going up too. And what does your outfit look like? What you got on? A sweater on? Take that sweater off. Let me see your outfit. Take that cape off. Ooh, that girl got she's slim thick right there. Okay. And they call you Facegasm.
Facegasm is my Instagram. Yes.
Nice. I ain't even gonna ask how you got that name because I know y'all nasty people think it was something nasty, but it's actually the opposite of what you think. Her mama gave her that name.
You've got a beautiful face.
All right, and what about you?
Hi guys, I'm Fantasy. Instagram
Fantasy.
is Marilyn Your Fantasy. I am a live streamer, content creator, and trader.
Nice.
That part.
And now who we got over here on the sofa? Wait, but you didn't stand up. Show us the fit first. Everybody got a jacket on. Take that jacket off. Let me see the dress. You got the slim thicks over here. Ira said he liked that. Hold up. Now, over here on the sofa, who we got?
Hi, STUNT. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's good to hear. My name is Bianca. I'm Ecuadorian and Chinese. I've been on the podcast before. Remember, I smoked weed with Bob Marley's son, Rohan.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode. Shout out to Rohan Marley.
Yeah, shout out to Rohan Marley. We love you. I was wearing a purple wig because I wanted to keep my anonymity, but I don't really care anymore. I'm a social media personality. I'm a paralegal and I'm a notary public. So I do all of those and I dabble in almost every industry, I guess.
Wow, turn up. And what does your fit look like?
Well, I'm just wearing.
Okay, she got her shorts on. Those are modest. They don't show your full feet.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. My name is Susan Felizola. I am a full-time mother. I'm also a model. And I also do some live streaming, certified medical assistant, and I'm looking into being an esthetician soon. So
Wait, and
pray
you
for
guys
me.
are sisters?
Yes, we're sisters.
Okay, your sister cute. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Y'all look alike low key too.
Shout
got the
out the
freckles.
moms.
Are y'all freckles real or you put those dots on?
Oh, very real.
Because you know people add those
I-
now, like they
tattoos
put,
and everything.
It's in style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be bullied by my freckles, and now I'm
Now it's
yeah.
like
now I'm like a superstar.
and right now let's see your outfit. Stand up. She got the dress on.
Let me get that mic out.
Okay. Slim pick. Slim picks.
Thank you.
All right, so now that we're all acquainted, raise your hand if you ever scammed somebody here. We ain't gonna judge you. This be in the past. Everyone, makes mistakes. All right, 1. She scratching her head. 2, 3.
It's not sustainable, right? You're always better off doing something that's sustainable where you can stack your money and feel comfortable having it in your bank account. If you do it any other way, sooner or later that shit's just gonna be taken from you. So if you're just able to just do it and just continue to build over time, it's so much better.
What advice would you give the people to not get scammed who are interested in investing in the crypto market?
The biggest thing is really just not being greedy. I think like everybody that invested in a company like Centratech had to be greedy.
Why? Because they were giving so much money because they wanted so much return, or
it's just very simple. Like, why the fuck you investing in some of these bullshit ass cryptocurrencies?
right?
You know, like go invest in the stock market. Go invest in Bitcoin at least, fucking at bare minimum.
So you think you wouldn't advise anyone to invest in crypto at this point?
Nah, Ethereum's great, Bitcoin's great, but the rest of this shit is all bullshit. Like it's all printed money.
Because they said 78% of all crypto business proposals in 2022 were fraudulent.
Yeah, like if you want to be okay with like losing all your bread, it's fine. Go to the casino.
Right.
Like otherwise, it's literally all a scam.
Damn.
Like you could right now create a coin, fucking We in Miami coin. You can run up some bread.
Hold on, man. Let me write this down. All right, We in Miami coin. And you said I can run up 500 million. How about no? I'm playing.
But like some sort of amount of money, it's all bullshit.
Right,
it's
right.
all fucking bullshit.
My friend's creating a strip club coin that you'll be able to use called the Love Coin.
There's so many shit coins out
10
here. It's
people have done the
crazy.
same shit, and that person will still make $1 million. It's fucking sick.
Let's say she was to start a coin.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't creative.
Like, all right, you start a coin, you get DJ Khaled to shout it out, and let's say 1 million people invest in it. Is that legal? Like, what makes it illegal?
Right.
Is if you
If it's
lying
never
to them
happened
or
before,
like
it's like they created a law to arrest you, but this wasn't even a thing yet.
Yeah.
So it's like
what makes it illegal? Like I don't.
There's
in general
control it.
Because
That's
they
what the
couldn't
government
like the
does.
coin itself. Like
No,
what?
it's,
would,
it's lying to investors who defrauded investors.
Well, yeah, because they did.
no, I know his situation, but I'm saying in general, like what makes it be a scam?
So like you're partly right. Like we lied to investors. That's why we were in trouble. But there's also like a thing called the Howey test, which is basically what defines it as a security. Once it's a security, you have to register with the SEC.
I was literally just about to ask you, did you guys have any unregistered securities like listed under your company?
We're arrested for security fraud. Yeah,
Unregistered
clearly.
securities, yeah. Yeah, I'm into that whole legal jargon and legal business.
You sure you ain't making scam coin? You seem to know a little something. You like, yeah, what's y'all security?
I'm not gonna release my information until
What's
I have
your coin
my
called? Like,
until I have my own Netflix documentary. Okay?
There you go.
Right, and speaking of that, man, you really like finesse the system though, bro. Like you got a Netflix show, like
Everybody should clap for that, right?
Listen, I
this dude
applaud a
finessed the
man.
system.
I applaud a man men thinking outside of the fucking matrix because it's all a scam anyway. Until we get our reparations and those motherfuckers get arrested for what they did, it's free for all.
You know, a lot of females have different views on this. Raise your hand if you would be okay with dating a scammer and you know that he's a scammer.
I'm sorry, my hand
Depends on the scam.
We got one.
Just don't tell me about
two.
it. I don't know.
Depends
I
on
mean, the benefits, but I don't know nothing.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to know.
If you know he's
My
scamming,
ex
raise your
was a
hand if you would do
scammer,
it.
and I was terrified.
Yeah, if you know he's a scammer.
If you know or if you're part of it. Because
Just-
if you just know and you
No,
say
you
no,
just
I don't
know.
know.
If you
All right,
know,
so we
that's
got
a
three.
conspiracy to a crime. I'm not a part of that.
All right, so
It's free money.
Count me in.
can you? All right, you didn't raise your hand. Can you explain to us why you wouldn't date a scammer?
I mean, maybe I would. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't think.
No,
it's
don't
like,
try to change your decision now. You said you
I'm
wouldn't
not
do
sure
it.
because if I really, really like him, then maybe. But I just feel like
You just
like
be
you
like,
said-
baby, I don't want you to do this anymore. Can you
Yeah.
like stop
Maybe-
scamming?
She wouldn't even say anything. She's lying.
She be chilling, right?
You
Like,
wouldn't even know because
wouldn't
you
even
be
ask.
laying in a penthouse
She would think
smoking
she
a.
would think it's legit.
probably have dated
That's
a
the thing.
scammer.
They all think it's legit. Every girl that's like
That's
around
exactly,
thinks
yeah.
it. They don't even question.
Like,
it.
have you
What the
ever
fuck's
like
going
back in the day? Did you
Not
ever
like-
tell a chick like, yo, like I'm scamming?
on? Nah,
And she just not
fuck
even
outta here.
care.
I just tell them I got a business.
They don't know.
Why would
Yeah.
you want to know? That's how you
They
get
just
in
see the money,
trouble.
right?
Yeah, you don't want to involve.
See, my
the
ex, I
girl.
didn't know.
If you're
Okay,
dating
so if you
My
were
girl that I had fucking known from back, she's from the projects in Brooklyn.
wait, your wife?
No.
Oh.
Different girl, but she was in Miami while I had all this bread. I would never tell her I was scamming. I just had a business.
Right.
You know, it's not like you don't go tell girls.
They never
that
wonder,
you're
like,
scamming.
baby, where are you getting all this
They don't
money?
give a fuck.
They don't care. They just balling out. Yeah.
Why would they even ask? That's like why would you put them in a situation that they don't need to know about?
Yeah, exactly. Good
Right.
man. Okay, good.
So what about you? You didn't raise your hand. Why wouldn't you date a scammer?
Just don't want to be like hip to it. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to be aware of anything. So if that's the case, I don't have a problem with it. If I'm knowingly, I don't
There's
want
no way.
anything to do.
I think.
All right. So if you
also
were dating a
said-
guy and you found out he was a scammer, would you break up with him?
How long were we together?
3 months. 3 months.
I think I have to.
You'd be like, look, you better stop now, or I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah.
What if we got gifts coming in though? Because I was finna ask you, like,
Gifts. Listen, real
I think what he
estate
was saying,
commission
like
checks.
the only reason why I say that is because he says like it's not
Exactly.
sustainable, and I think the fear of like something happening, like something going left, is like
right, yeah.
a big risk. That's the only reason why I say it.
So did you do lavish gifts though, like to chicks back in the day?
100%.
Sure.
Like, what's the craziest gift you ever gave a woman?
I mean, I would just have like cash. I was just like
You just give them just bags. So what was the
I
most
wasn't
though
in
you ever
bed.
gave a girl though, like a single time,
um.
like cash or whatever?
She just had endless access to any amount of money she ever wanted to spend.
Wow.
Like, what do you mean
How'd you do
access?
that?
Like, here, baby, like whatever.
I never put anything in my name, right? So like all the credit, everything was just always paid off, and it was just all under her name.
Damn.
But like cash was just in my house. I just would always have like, you know, a lot of cash.
Like, what's a lot? Like $1 million or
Yeah,
Bricks
if
and
a million in
bricks.
cash
some cash?
in the house.
Just
Can I
laying
have
around. So my man was living like Pablo Escobar. Just a few
You gotta
million
come
laying
get me that.
around.
But like if you're gambling that large amount, it's not even abnormal to have like that much cash. Because like I would just go to the casino every single day and gamble $250,000. So,
Wait, I have a question. So sorry, I don't mean to like intrude, but so do you have any debt that you have to pay the government?
Yeah, if
Did
you-
you take out any loans under different people's
I don't have
names that
any
they figured
like
out?
debt through regular people, but I owe restitution.
You owe restitution to the banks or
Government.
the government?
Yeah,
Got it.
to
All right.
victims.
Like, if you had to guess in total during the whole run, how much you think you blew at Hard Rock and in Vegas?
Millions. Definitely a few million, like in
Like 2, 3?
more than that, like probably like 3 something, like in like a year and a half period.
Blackjack, or like what were you playing?
Baccarat.
And what's the most you ever won from there?
Right,
I've
you
had
to
like
be winning.
$500,000 nights, like $500,000, a little bit more than $500,000 in a night.
It's just so addictive when you win that much money.
Yeah.
It's
And then
like it changes you forever.
Yeah.
If you walk in somewhere and win $500,000,
Like
it messes you up.
when I met Jason Derulo, like I was at the Hard Rock and I was gambling at a table, and I always had just like they would just have my own private table, like the Ray Trapani table,
Mhm.
and
Dang, you had your own little joint.
and like
It's
it was a poppin' night, like every table was packed. He walked in, and he was like Cause he's rich. He's richer than me, you know. Like he's fucking up, but he never like. I was just a degenerate, so I was gambling larger amounts than I.
He was looking at you like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. And he was like trying to get a table, and I was like, I knew who he was, but I was trying to act like I didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, he can sit here, you know.
Yeah.
And Pit Boss was like, all right, I guess, and whatever. And then that's how I ended up being cool with him.
So you allowed him to join your table.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, well, and I saw you did a podcast with him.
Yeah, I love Jason, honestly. Like, after that time, we ended up going back to his crib in Cali. We got close. And he's a great guy, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm not like, it's not like the music I listen to, right? But shout out to Jason. He was always a great guy.
What music do you listen to? Yeah, shout out to him.
I listen to straight rap, honestly.
Rap.
That's like my shit.
Who your favorite rapper? DJ Khaled?
Probably
No.
Kodak. Probably Kodak.
Kodak.
Hey, shout out to Kodak.
Yeah.
That's Kodak.
Shout out to
I love some Kodak. I love like real ghetto shit, you know?
yeah, you like that
For
street
some
shit.
reason, I always love that ghetto shit.
He be on his Xanax listening while he like receiving payments and shit in on the scam. That's what's up.
Looking like I still do fraud.
Was that your favorite line?
When that shit came out after I got arrested, man, that shit was so far.
Was crime running your family? I know your granddad like was a big boss in the industry. I saw on the show like he was like, you know what I mean?
Nah, like as far as my grandfather, he never told me what he ever did, right? Obviously it was he definitely did something.
Right.
And I looked up to him as like my idol, right? Because my father wasn't around. So
Where was your dad?
he was just gone since I was born, before I was born. And my grandfather was connected type of guy, and that was my idol.
So
And he-
crime is genetic? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's just like as far as like environment, I think if you grow up in an environment where crime is essentially applauded, you're more likely to do crime, right? Like if your mom is busting her ass as a nurse, and then your grandfather's just fucking cashed out, and you just like, oh, what would I rather do as a man, right? What would I rather be, a criminal, or would I rather go become fucking a nurse?
Right, and because he was the one that gave you the money to start the rental company at first, right?
Yeah,
Before the
yeah,
scam,
yeah.
I have a question. Like, when you hear people say you're one of the biggest scammers, like, what goes through your head? Are you feeling pride, like shame, humility?
I feel nothing
Yeah.
in that respect. Like I hear what you're saying, and like I should feel something.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you feel some sort of pride. It's like you finesse the system, yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to sit here and like praise it too crazy because he went through a hard time too. Because I saw also you attempted suicide after gambling 100K one time, right?
Yep.
You had down points.
100%.
So when you say you attempted suicide, like what did you do? Like did you cut or like?
Nah, I just took like 1,000,000 pills.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not a million,
Oh.
but
Did they have to pump your stomach?
Nah. I just
Did you get
fucking-
Baker acted?
I can't never tell who's talking, but what we say?
Did you get Baker acted?
No, I've been to rehab a million times, but I've never been Baker acted. I'm pretty like
been.
regular, like if I'm not half dead. But what'd you ask again?
I was basically asking, like, do you feel a little bit of like pride when people say like you know pulled off something so big?
Like to have that title, like
It-
I was the
it's
biggest
tough,
scammer.
right? Like especially like when people keep hitting you up and hyping you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think like as far as like in the social media space, you definitely get like an ego boost. But as far as like pride to be like I'm proud of fucking scamming some like loser shit, nah, like I'm not proud of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you've gained so much celebrity from it, and like you said, people are hyping you up for it, and you got this like really sensational Netflix doc from it. So is it hard to kind of pull some moral lesson from this?
100%. It definitely makes it harder,
Mm.
for sure. But like I think 100% today, I'm definitely better morally than I've ever been.
What do you think it was? Just marriage or the court
The court.
vindication? Okay.
The like just going through it, just being off drugs, really, that's really like the downfall, right? And then like first speaking about like all my past traumas, I think that like getting over like the traumas and shit like that really just put me in a place where like I don't really want to hurt nobody anymore, man.
At least you didn't open
That's
up an
good,
arena.
man. Round
under
of
your
applause for him,
name.
man. Round of applause for him.
That was good.
Man, you know, this has been a very informative podcast. You know, everyone, make sure you tune in to Netflix and watch Bitconned. It was actually a dope documentary. I loved it. And make sure y'all be vigilant of the crypto scams out there because they will take your money and finesse you. Thanks so much, guys, for coming out. I had a good time. This is very informative.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all check out Bitconned. And before we get out of here, I got to ask y'all, where we at?